Selling on Facebook Marketplace is currently one of the cheapest, quickest, and quite frankly, most lucrative ways to start selling online. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can get started selling on Facebook Marketplace and take advantage of all of its organic and free traffic. Not just that, but I'm also going to show you a separate way of doing this that requires absolutely no inventory or even having to meet up with somebody. So the very first thing we're going to have to do to start selling on Facebook Marketplace is simply going to be to create an account on Facebook. Now, I'm pretty sure most of us already have one, because if you don't, where have you been living for like the past 12 years?
Everyone thought you were dead.
But a few things have changed in this regard. So you can't simply just go online and make a Facebook account anymore. You actually have to go to your phone. So new Facebook accounts are now created directly through the mobile. All right. Now, with that being said, once you do create your account and get started online, this is going to be what you get. So you're going to get your regular feed. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to click over on Marketplace. We're going to see it over here on the left-hand side. Or if we look on the top, we're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Well, I have a professional dashboard. You might not have that, but we're going to look for this Marketplace. Go ahead and click on that. Now we're going to see a bit of information of our store or for ourselves. So here we're going to have an overview of how much we've sold, how many orders we fulfilled, and our seller rating. Now, in order to start listing, we're going to go ahead and click up here where it shows create new listing, or we can also create multiple listings. But for this, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to go ahead and create a new listing. We're going to go to item for sale. And from here, we're going to start to fill in all information. So let's take, for example, I'm selling a baseball. I'm going to go ahead and add my photo. I'm going to add the photo of the baseball. If you have any videos of this, even better, because people like to see what it really looks like. Of course, they're going to see it on the photo, but if you can take an actual video of it, people love that. So we're going to go ahead and add that through here. Then we're going to add our title. So let's say a baseball from the 1997 World Series. I don't know, whatever it is you have laying around the house or whatever it is that you want to sell. Then we're going to put our price. Obviously, since it's from the World Series, we're going to go ahead and price this pretty high. So let's say $500. Now we're going to choose our category. So let's do sports. So for this one, it's going to be sports programs because it's under sports memorabilia. Now, if you saw there, it said that there was shipping available. So there's a few different products, the majority of the products that you can actually ship to your customers. So somebody in, let's say, Georgia, can find your product even if you're in California, and they can make that purchase and then you'll be able to ship it to them. Now, just so you know, there is a couple of differences between the different ways that you can sell on Facebook Marketplace. For one, you have the handoffs. So somebody can message you, they can make the purchase from you, and they can send you the money through either Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle or something like that, or they can give you the cash and then you meet up and you hand it off. There's no fees this way. You can sell it and all of the money and all of the profit is yours. And Facebook doesn't even know that you made that sale. Now, the other way is going to be through shipping. Now, when you do ship, in this case, it is going to be a little bit different because Facebook has to take care of that transaction. And because of that, Facebook is going to take a small cut because they need to process the transaction and also process your shipping labels. Now, the price for this or the fee range for this can really vary depending on what you're selling. And it can be either a flat fee of 40 cents or 5%. All right, now back to the listing. So then we have a couple of different subcategories. We can see we have baseballs and softballs and a few other things. Let's go ahead and choose that one right there. Baseballs and softballs. Now the condition for this is obviously going to be used because it's a used baseball. So let's do used good. Now we can do a quick description. A baseball from the World Series. If you want to make it fancy, if you want to make it nicer, just go on ChatGPT and ask it to give you a description for your product. But we're just doing a quick little overview here. Now, the more details, you can go ahead and put this if you want. You don't have to, that's optional. And then you have the option to boost your listing after publish and the option to hide from your friends. So if you don't want your friends to see what you're selling, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to, unless you're selling some weird stuff, then you have those options here. Now, boost listing after publish, this is simply going to mean that you're going to be running it as an ad. Now, if we click on next, we're going to have a couple of different options here. We're going to have the delivery method. So do we offer shipping or do we offer local pickup? This is what I was talking about earlier. You can offer both, or you can simply just offer one. Now, if you are okay with shipping it, you can go ahead and click that, and then you're gonna have to fill out the information here. So how much is shipping gonna cost? That's gonna be dependent on the product itself, but we can see here that there are pre-printed labels or prepaid labels. Just go ahead and click on this to verify the details. So you can see that you have either the option to use a prepaid label, where you purchase the label directly from Facebook, or you can use your own label, where you're going to use your own label. You're going to buy it using a third-party supplier. So you can buy it directly from USPS, directly from UPS, or a third-party supplier like ShipStation or Pirate Ship. Now, for this, we're just going to stick to prepaid label. You're going to have to choose the package weight. So how much does everything weigh together? Now, I'm not talking about just the product. I'm talking about the product in the box, because remember, the entire thing is shipping together. So for this, we're gonna have to choose however much it weighs. In this case, 1 to 2 should be okay. And then choose your shipping carrier. So for now, they're giving you options for USPS Priority and Ground. Ground is always gonna be cheaper. Priority is gonna be a little bit faster. You can go ahead and select whichever one is best for you. And if you want, you can also offer the customer free shipping. So if you check on this right here, your customers are gonna see free shipping, and then you're the one that's gonna pay for it. Now, if you don't wanna take that hit, just add the shipping costs to the original price of your product. Now, once you have your selections ready, just go ahead and click on update and you're good to go on this part. So now we're gonna see over here our estimated earnings. So how much money are we gonna make after Facebook takes their fees and after we pay for the shipping? Because right now it's at 440. Let's remove this update. It's gonna be 450. So in total, Facebook is taking about 5%. Again, this is because it's being shipped. If we meet somebody, so if somebody sends us a message and they tell us, I wanna meet you in this location for the handoff, then you get the entire profit if they give you cash, or of course, if they send you the money digitally. But if they do make the transaction through Facebook and they pay through Facebook, you are gonna be paying that 5% fee. So now let's go ahead and click on continue or next. All right, and now it's gonna ask you if you want to list your product in any of the groups that you're currently enrolled in. So if you're on any neighborhood groups, right? Let's say if you live somewhere in California and you have a group of your neighborhood of your city and everyone talks about stuff that goes on in the area, you can go ahead and post it directly to there. Now, this is going to depend on you. It's going to depend on all of your different groups. So if you're in any of those groups, again, for example, like let's say Craigslist type group on Facebook, you can go ahead and list your products in there as well. I'm just going to leave it at Marketplace. And now we simply click on Publish. And now we get offered one more time if we want to boost our listing. I'm not going to do that just yet. But just so you know, the way that this works is you are going to set a daily budget between $1 and about $100. And Facebook is going to use that to show the product to potential customers. You are going to get charged per click, so just be aware of that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and click on close. And currently our listing is being reviewed. So within a couple of minutes, it should be approved. Well, I don't know if this one's going to be approved because it's a picture of a literal baseball, but you know what I mean. Now, if this product doesn't sell, you are going to have the option to renew it 7 days from now. Now, what does renew do? It simply just boosts your product and takes it to the top of the list or the top of the marketplace. Kind of like essentially deleting it and putting it back in. So that way it looks as something new. That's why they allow you to renew it. Now, I did mention earlier a different way of selling on Facebook Marketplace, and that's going to be through dropshipping. Now, what it means to dropship through Facebook Marketplace is really going to be the same exact thing, except instead of you holding your products or holding your inventory, or I don't know, selling something like this hard drive on Facebook Marketplace, what's going to happen is you're going to source your products from an online supplier or an online retailer, like let's say Amazon, AliExpress, or any other supported supplier from AutoDS. Now, let me show you how this works. It's actually very easy. And to get started, just so you know, you are going to need to be enrolled with AutoDS. If you haven't tried us just yet, or if you are thinking about giving us a shot, you can get started right now for just $1 for the next 2 weeks and enjoy that trial period. We're going to have to download the Marketplace Dropshipping Helper. Now, the link to this is going to be down in the description below. So once you do get on this page, you can simply go ahead and click on Add to Chrome. Go ahead and add the extension. Now we're going to see that the Marketplace Dropshipping Helper has been added to Chrome. So we can go ahead and click on that. Make sure we log in with our account details. Now I'm going to go ahead and pin it just so we have it up here. All right, we can make sure that we are signed in. All right, so we have the My Facebook store. Go ahead and click on Next. Now it's going to ask us for monitoring for Facebook. So when do we want to make the synchronized changes if we want to do these things automatically? So every 24 hours or every 7 days. So I'm just going to keep it at 24 hours. Okay, so once we go ahead and install it, it's going to take us to this page over here, which is going to be our dashboard. Here we can find all of the different products that we can offer on Facebook Marketplace or on any other platform that we're selling. And we can also source products from a different supplier. So I'll show you that in just a second. For now, let's go ahead and connect our store. So up here, it's going to show you Add Store. For me, it shows it over here because I already have a few different stores connected. Then I'm going to click on Facebook Store, and then I'm going to go to Continue, and I'm going to choose which one we have. So Facebook Shops is for anything outside of the US. Facebook Marketplace is for within the US. And I'm going to add my store. I'm just going to do something simple. My Facebook store. Click on Add Store. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for products that I want to sell. So what I'm going to do is if I want to find anything from here, like let's say these curtains over here, I can go ahead and click on Import Draft, and it'll be sent over to our draft section. I'll show you that in just a second. Same thing with, let's say, this cotton blanket. And that same way that we did that, we can also import stuff from Amazon. So let's take this little leather wallet, for example. If we want to sell this, we can go ahead and take the link, go to AutoDS, click on add products. We can do single and we can also do multiples. I'm going to show you the single way of doing it. It's pretty easy and pretty quick. We're going to place our link in here. You can see that the supplier source is now Amazon and it's shipping from the United States. So let's go ahead and click on add as draft. Okay, so now once we do that, this is what we're going to see. This is going to be our drafts page. Here we can go ahead and adjust our title. We can adjust our tags. The tags are really going to be for us to keep track of the analytics and how well it's selling, and the shipping method. There's three options here. You have the cheapest with tracking, and the fastest with tracking. Depending on the supplier that you're sourcing from, because we are using Amazon, you are going to be getting prime shipping. But depending on which one we're using, let's say if we're shipping from AliExpress, I always suggest go with cheapest with tracking. The reason for this is because cheapest will give you the cheapest shipping, but they're not going to give you tracking. Fastest with tracking can probably be very expensive because they might give you next day shipping for like an extra $100 for, I don't know, a $10 product. And cheapest with tracking is going to be the cheapest shipping, ensured that you're going to have tracking numbers. And that's what our customers want. So we're going to click on that. Then we can choose a brand if we want and any monitoring. So what the monitoring is going to do is automatically adjust and inform us of any issues that there are with pricing or any changes that there are with pricing or with the stock from our supplier. So if our supplier, like the leather wallet that we just saw, if it goes up in price, it's going to let us know, or it can adjust the pricing automatically. Same thing for the stock. If it goes out of stock, it'll put it as 0 quantity in our store. So that way we're not selling something that we don't have. All right. So the one thing I am going to do is I'm just going to optimize the title with AI really fast, because I want to make sure that I am within the bounds. It's still a little bit over, so let's go ahead and remove this right here. Perfect. Now the description is simply going to be a description of the product. Nothing crazy there. We can optimize the description with AI, or we can do it ourselves. Our variants, here we can go ahead and edit, and we're going to see our fees. So the cool thing about this is that our selling price, let's say if we do $25, we can see that we're going to be making $8.76 after we sell it, after the $5 fee. So this is going to take the guesswork out of, having to figure out how much your profits are actually going to be after you source your product and after Facebook charges you that 5% fees. Now we can go ahead and change this if we want, but we don't have to do that because it usually is going to be locked in at 5% for Facebook Marketplace. Now, if we do want to do, let's say, a profit percentage instead of a dollar amount, I want to make 100% in profits. Our selling price is $31.56. Our fees are $5 or 5%. And our total profit is $14.99 after the 5% in fees. So this is what we're taking home. So next we can go ahead and click on save. Then we have a few images. This is really just going to be where we can add, edit, or delete any images. Now, once we're good here, we can simply just click on save. All right, so now what we can do is we can run back over to Facebook Marketplace. Now, once we're on this page, we're going to go to create new listing. We're going to choose item for sale. And now up here, we're going to have all of the different products that we imported to our draft section. So all we have to do is go ahead and drop down, choose whatever one we want. I'm going to do the Kids Galaxy Outer Space. I think those were the shower curtains. Paste info from AutoDS. Down here, we can see that the copying process has started. And now it's going to paste everything to the listing. So it's already uploading all of the different product images. It pasted the description and the title that we had on AutoDS. Now we are going to have to shorten it because it's a bit too long, but that's okay. Or we can have already done it like we did for the other listing where we made it shorter. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and probably just take off a little bit of here. So these are window curtains, not shower curtains, my bad. All right, now category, here we can go ahead and put curtains. So we have curtains and drapes. Condition, obviously this is going to be new. We're going to have our description and everything else is really going to be the same thing. We can go ahead and click on next. Over here, we can choose our shipping and delivery, however we want to do it. Now, obviously, in this case, we're not going to be doing local delivery or local pickup because we don't have the product in hand. We're drop shipping it. We're sourcing it from a different supplier. So we're going to do shipping. Now, what I suggest from here is since you already know how much money everything is going to cost you, just offer free shipping. Just make it easier and make it more enticing for the customer. So up here, go ahead and cover the shipping costs, and you're going to do use your own label because we're not going to be purchasing the label. Instead, our supplier is going to be doing this for us. So when we source our product from Amazon, what's going to happen is that instead of having it shipped to us, we're just going to have it shipped directly to our customer. And we're not even going to do that. AutoDS is going to do all of that for us because what AutoDS does is it simply automates our entire business or entire dropshipping business from the product importing, as you just saw, to the price optimization and the order fulfillment. AutoDS is going to take care of everything for you. Sometimes you might have to do a couple of things manually, like in this case, where you have to select the product while you're creating the listing. But even then, this just makes it so much quicker to be able to dropship and sell stuff that you don't even have laying around, stuff that you're sourcing from a different supplier. So from here, shipping rate, we're just going to do 0. Click on update, and we are good to go. We can go ahead and click on next one more time. Once again, we can choose wherever it is that we want to offer it. I'm just going to keep it under the marketplace, and we can go ahead and publish. Now, the baseball, it was actually approved. And that's really all there is to it. As you can see, selling on Facebook Marketplace and going from selling to dropshipping on Facebook Marketplace is super easy to do. It's really quick, and with applications or software like AutoDS, it just makes it so much easier, and it takes it really just to a whole nother level. So if you want to learn more about dropshipping on Facebook Marketplace, or simply just dropshipping overall or e-commerce, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you like this video, and also remember to take advantage of the AutoDS promotion for 2 weeks for just $1. Huge thank you to everyone for watching, especially for me all the way to the end. My name is Mario with AutoDS, and I'll catch you all next time.